Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
On the show together here and me hosting and you running the old board here. But what are we doing, Josh? Busy morning.
It's been a weird morning for sure. Donnie, I think the last time you hosted a show and I was your producer was almost a year ago to the day, where we were dubbed the Sports 1440 D team. I still at the time a lowly intern, but that has clearly stuck with me and shaken me to my core.
Yeah.
It's,
It is the D team.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yes, the D team hitting. I guess we're hitting cleanup for Declan as he does his Elks Nation stuff. The old festivities with Eddie Steele, which is of course a great little site, and they got the clips, they got the podcast, they got everything. We can't say enough good things about Elks Nation. But as for today in the wide world of sports, we've had some trades in the NHL, which we've grown accustomed to now. This has been probably the most exciting offseason in, dare I say, a decade, like at this point in the NHL. Like, let us know your thoughts, of course. Our text line 1-833-401-1440. This offseason it was dubbed the summer of trades, is kind of what every insider was telling us, Josh. We've seen this too in the NBA as well, but everything is kind of turned on its head. You've seen guys, 23-year-olds, and like William Eklund getting dealt. Your Calgary Flames pick up 22-year-old Simone Nemec. Like, there's been so many big trades. It has been, frankly, a blast to watch. And we see some more today. Very on the lackluster side, and Nils Höglander going to the Predators. Brendan Gallagher, that one was one of the worst kept secrets in hockey. He's going to the Vancouver Canucks. These deals are fun. And then you pan over to the free agency side of things, and good God, Canada Day, I feel so sorry for James Duthie and all the people at Sportsnet and TSN who are going to have to sit there for hours and basically watch, Mason Marchment as the highlight piece to sign on July 1st, Josh. Maybe just this has been a really fun summer, and what do you think is going to continue to happen here?
Yeah, obviously I'm in lockstep with you, and obviously the insiders. There's a lot more deals to be done here. We're waiting on Darnell Nurse. Is Jason Robertson just going to leave? Is he going to get sign and trade here? Like, what's going to happen with him? What are my Flames going to do? Is Jonathan Huberdeau going to get dealt? Who knows? Probably not. But honestly, I think the thing that we're all looking for. Oh, and Werenski, and where he's going to end up as well. Is he going to make the decision to stay or not? And then, yeah, so there's big pieces that are going to move around the NHL, except we're going to see like basically entire teams get shaken up, trying to give things. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. I'm not locked in. I'm not as locked in as I should be. But yes, I think the piece that I'm going to watch is Zach Werenski, the reigning
Norris Trophy winner.
There we go. That's the word. Thank you. The Norris Trophy winner, and where he's going to go, because that's the second best guy on a team somewhere, most likely.
Yeah, that is right. Like that is in my mind, well, he's the reigning Norris Trophy winner, but I think a lot of people would tell you he's probably the third best defenseman in the game right now, behind Cale Makar and the good old Quinn Hughes. I'm very curious to see what happens with him. I'm very curious to see what happens with a Marchenko in Columbus as well. There's a lot of people up in the air right now in terms of names who they could possibly be on the move. As you know, Josh, our Wi-Fi continues to be
it's an absolute cluster here in the studio today. I obviously at 8:00 this morning said I have other work that needs to get done for our shows. I'm going home because I'm in a lucky enough position to be able to do work from home for this job in particular. And so I was like, might as well take advantage. I mean, the girlfriend was asleep in bed the entire time, didn't wake her up. So bless, I guess, or else I was getting my face ripped off for, waking a sleeping lion, essentially. So lucky me on that, in that scenario. And then, of course, I got to come back here to help you do the show because Declan also has other commitments. So, it's tough when you're playing two people down and then just forces outside of your control make things even harder on you.
Yeah, we're just about up and running here on the text line. As that whole time I was basically using you to stall as I get my my hotspot on from my phone to my laptop.
You're hotspotting yourself.
I am hotspotting myself onto my computer, and it's a slow process and it's painful.
Well, allow me to grace you with so far the only text from the text line so far from MTR, and I swear this is verbatim. Would like to get Josh's thoughts on the Kawhi rumors and the LeBron AD rumors to Golden State, and his thoughts on Draymond opting out. Obviously, the latter part of that text is about his Golden State Warriors, and I'm very hot on the idea of the Golden State Warriors getting LeBron James. Always have been from the start of the season. Where's he going to go? Cleveland or back to Miami or somewhere else? I think him and Steph, obviously, they have this rivalry that's been going on for 12 years now, the 14-15 season. So coming up on 12 years. They've met in the finals a bunch of times. Obviously, there's a lot of respect back and forth for those guys. My real question is, why would Golden State ever they watched this exact thing happen in LA. AD and LeBron were together. Yes, they won a ring 6 years ago. So, it didn't work before, and you got to get off the Jimmy Butler money. So you got to find someone to take care of that. It's not like the Golden State Warriors are just drowning in draft picks or anything like that. So I think LeBron going to Golden State would make a lot of sense. Getting him out of Washington, getting AD out of Washington is, did you see that, Donnie? You just took a ball to the face. Anyways,
I did not.
I think AD going to Golden State is a long shot. But hey, you know what? If you can get those guys together and then it's basically one last ride for Steph, all for it. Now, the Kawhi back to Toronto rumors. I am ready to be hurt again. We've seen this story before. Kawhi Leonard, 1 year left on his deal. He gets traded to the Toronto Raptors for Jakob Poeltl, a first-round pick, and a mid-range shooter. In 2019, it was DeMar DeRozan. This year, should be Brandon Ingram. Get it done. I'm sure the Clippers would love that. No, I think the report's coming out that they want to see the Raptors rookie Colin Murray-Boyles has to be in the deal, which makes sense. This is a guy that has the caliber to be an all-NBA defender, and then on top of it, his offensive game is only going to get better and better. So you could be seeing the next big two-way wing, which would be amazing, be able to guard 1 through 5. There is no way in hell the Toronto Raptors are giving up Colin Murray-Boyles. Not no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He is most likely untouchable. Him and Scotty Barnes should be the only people where they're like, oh yeah, those guys aren't going anywhere. Everything else should be on the table. And then the reports also, Kawhi wants to sign long term, either with the Clippers or with the Raptors. Nowhere else. No in betweens.
Does that not scare you a bit?
No.
Really, for a 35-year-old who's been, on and off the shelf in terms of injuries, who is been unable to stay healthy, and when he can stay healthy, that guy he's Mr. Load Management.
Yep, absolutely. And the other thing I would think about is this year he has played. I think he played the most games in his career, basically since he started load managing. After James Harden gets traded, we're like, the Clippers season, it's over. To be fair, they did not make the playoffs. However, Kawhi Leonard just had an MVP type season. Just everything else around him wasn't working. Darius Garland obviously out with injury. NBA money is NBA money, and Kawhi Leonard is a guy that's just going to get it. His name alone is worth $50 million a year, essentially, which is just the way it is. That being said, if you can keep Colin Murray-Boyles and you have Scotty Barnes, Kawhi Leonard is a guy that developed into what he is today. I think him being able to work with those two guys, they're not going to become Kawhi Leonard. But if you become a fraction of the player Kawhi Leonard is, if you become half the player on the offensive side of the ball and he helps elevate their defensive games individually, then I would say, $50 million a year is worth it, because also you're bringing back a guy that brought a championship to the city. So I'm all in on bringing Kawhi Leonard back. My fandom plays 100% into that, because rationally, it shouldn't make any sense. But bring him back. Bring the boy back.
I think it would make sense. To me, the extension scares me. That's what scares me the most. Is if you were to say a 2-year extension, I think I'd be game for that. But this is a 35-year-old, and what are the odds that a guy whose body is never held up is going to hold up as he gets to 37 or 38 or 39? Right?
No, hey, you can list all the ages you want. I'd still be like, yeah, bro, come home. It's okay. Come wine and dine.
Come wine and dine.
Come wine and dine.
Yeah.
He's still got it in the tank. It's just, if you're getting him for 40 games a year or whatever, crud. But this is a team now that really exceeded expectations last year. So if he can come into the playoffs healthy, I'm all for. Again, I'm all for it. I think there's bad that comes with this, but in reality, I think there's just so much more good. And then he was just going to retire a Raptor. You give him the 4-year extent, or 4+1 with the player option. That takes him to when he's 40, and then he just rides off into the sunset. I don't think he's going to request a trade out of Toronto when you're 38 years old, because I don't think it would be worth it for him. Also, he might be avoiding a RICO case down in the States. So, him staying north of the border, being a Canadian icon, might not get extradited.
I was going to say, one of the real positives of him potentially coming to Canada, coming back to the Raptors, would be, his green thumb, it would come with him, right? It would be, the trees would be planted. There would be a lot more greenery in the Toronto skyline.
You're gosh darn right there, B. What are we even talking about here?
Yeah. His green thumb would come with him. I also shout out Cat Dad. Great text there. Maybe he wants to do some Canadian tree planting. We'll continue a little NBA here with another text from Kyle. The friend of mine, Kyle, chimes in. I feel like the Raptors need a center a lot more than they need Kawhi. Already have a solid group of forwards on the team. Josh, thoughts?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. They do need a center, and they need a center real bad. However, give up Jakob Poeltl, because his back is broken. His back does it took him out of games this year. It makes him a defensive liability. There's still teams out there that value him analytically, because he at times is an absolute beast on the boards. But if you have Kawhi on your team, it makes you a slightly more desirable destination because the Raptors, as strong as the fan base is and as consistent as they are, they're not a free agent destination for good players because it's the only team north of the border. Like, you got to move your whole family to a different country. You got to deal with visa problems, all these things, right? And so it's a lot of a hassle. However, if you're going to play with Kawhi Leonard, who's then featured by Scotty Barnes and Emmanuel Quickley, unless Quickley gets moved out for a center or all these things, it makes it a slightly more desirable destination because Kawhi is a guy who's won 2 championships, and then you're bringing in someone else to help. Now, of course, this falls into the whole thing of super teams and this and that and the other thing, and it doesn't really work anymore. But if they got a guy like Miles Turner, like if the Bucks wanted to shop a center out, maybe he's like, yo, send me to Toronto. I'm all for it. I'm there. I think with Kawhi as a member of the Raptors, if he is a member of the Raptors, it makes the Raptors a more desirable destination for free agents.
Well, I think the bottom line for any time you're acquiring a player with that name value, with that, I guess you'd say legacy in terms of his on the court product, whatever sport you're in here, when you acquire a player like that, your team's instantly going to get a little bit more credibility. You're instantly going to get a little bit more valued in terms of your ability to acquire players. I mean, you look at teams in whatever league you like. Hell, take the Blue Jays, for example, right? Another Toronto team where they're the only Canadian team in their sport. And they've had some troubles acquiring free agent talent. But then you kind of lock up your superstar in Vladdy Guerrero Jr., who's, granted, having a horrific season, but instantly then Dylan Cease signs, right? And then you start to have more players come to Toronto. It's kind of how it works, right? As soon as you get that bona fide superstar, that bona fide stud, then other guys want to kind of tag along because they might have that chance to win. And we've seen it in every sport, right? I mean, hell, look at the Florida Panthers, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolute destitute franchise. Jaromir Jagr goes, and then everyone's like, the Panthers, that is the place to be.
Yeah, it's a lot like your Calgary Flames.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Everybody wants to be there, right?
You're gosh darn right. The Jagr effect. Alive and well. What's the streak? Is it a Jagr teammate in the finals
years?
Or winning a Stanley Cup?
In the finals. For
in the finals.
42 straight years, I think it was, right?
I think, 42 or 46, but it's still in the 40s.
Absolutely insane stat. That's the fact that's
Talk about
stat.
Unbreakable records.
Oh my God. That's one of the funniest stats around. But yeah, we've kind of covered almost all the NBA bases, hey?
We've covered our bases, no doubt.
We've
Draymond opting out of his player option.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Warriors fans. I mean, he's going to be retired by, I don't know, next Thursday. I mean, I can't imagine any other team in the NBA. Like, he would not work on any other team in the NBA.
You don't think he just comes back for like a deal of a contract? Because that kind of seemed like the idea.
If that's what the reporting is, then you know what? All the power to them. But when I saw it, I was like, is he trying to go chase a bag? Like, who's going to pay this man?
No, I think the reporting was suggesting that he's kind of taking a bit of a discount to try and, build this super team again.
His best friend LeBron into town. Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah, bring the ancient super team, the nearly corpse super team.
That's right. I mean, hey, Steph can still get it done. Want to talk about conditioning in sports? That guy can just run and run and run, and a jump shot does not leave you. So
yeah, no, but I mean, hell, the average age of that team,
the average age of that starting lineup with whoever they have starting at center. Oh, if it would be 80, so their starting 5 would be like Steph, MTR. Who's their shooting guard? Anyways, Pods. So Brandon Podziemski, and then LeBron James, Draymond Green, and Anthony Davis would be their starting 5. That average age would come out to like 33 years. Because Pods brings it down. He's like 24 years old. The rest of them are basically all over 35.
I'm no expert or mathematician, but
seems pretty old.
That's pretty old for sports. Anyways, we should probably get to a break here and come back here on Fantasy Frenzy without Halley or Douglas. Of course, the show brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, the home of Alberta's best beef jerky, wilhaukbeefjerky.com. We will be right back after the break with Fantasy Frenzy on Sports 1440.
Get ready for a night of rock with the Gene Simmons Band. Monday, November 30th at Silent Ice Center in Nisku. The Gene Simmons Band, performing your favorite classic hits. Monday, November 30th at Silent Ice Center in Nisku. Tickets on sale now at silenticecenter.com. Don't miss the Gene Simmons Band.
What a performance by Action Electrical today. Their projects team kicked things off, designing and building with unmatched skill.
Then the service team swoops in for those crucial repairs and maintenance. And don't forget the testing team, ensuring everything's safe and sound before the solar team scores with sustainable energy.
A complete team effort. Have Action Electrical bring home a win for you and your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
Need a new ride for road trips, errands, or just life on the go? Go Auto offers a massive selection with over 15,000 new and used vehicles to choose from. With over 70 locations across Western Canada, finding your next ride has never been easier. Whether it's a roomy SUV for the family, a sleek car for the open road, or a rugged truck for your weekend adventures, you'll find it here at a price you'll love. Explore thousands of vehicles today at goauto.ca.
Beer League Slow Pitch. It's an Alberta summer tradition.
I got shortstop. I'll take pitcher. Yeah, I'm just here for the dugout snacks.
When you're playing on the field, you need serious fuel. And there's only one MVP. Wilhauk Beef Jerky. Load up on Alberta's best beef jerky and hit a home run with the team. It's the perfect snack for your summer sports.
Wilhauk Beef Jerky. Because you can't have summer fun with salad. Only available in Leduc.
A huge thank you for making Sports 1440 the most listened to sports radio station in Edmonton. From Gregor to Carius to Low Tide, we've got in-depth analysis on all your favorite sports. We are Sports 1440.
Hey, Gary, is that your dad?
No, this is Evan, the new sales rep I hired.
Oh.
First impressions matter, but when hair loss takes over, it can feel like you're not being seen for the maverick you truly are. Hi, I'm Dr. Vance Elliott. At Advanced Hair and Skin Surgery, we know that hair loss is more than just a cosmetic issue. It's personal. Let's discuss all the cutting-edge options available so you can make a great impression every time.
Book a free consultation today at drvanceelliott.com.
The pedigree of a championship team is solid planning. Set yours with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Edmonton's only sports radio station, Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
What a banger, Josh. What an absolute banger. Love the intro. Of course, this is Fantasy Frenzy minus Halley, minus Douglas. Fantasy Frenzy, of course, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky. Only available in the Duke. Stop by. They are, for my money, the best beef jerky around. As a noted non-beef jerky guy, Every time I have their stuff,
You're a
it is
non-beef jerky guy?
Yeah, I'm not a huge beef jerky guy. I've never liked the packaged non-fresh stuff, like the gas station option.
Yeah, you're not a fan of the Jack Link.
No, the Jack Links or the whatever knockoff brands you want to call them. I like the more fresh stuff from Wilhauk, and that is they just have so many different options in terms of their flavor profiles. I never thought I'd say that on air, but
hey man, even if beef jerky is in your bag, they got the pep sticks there too. They got all kinds of different stuff over there at Wilhauk beef jerky. I had Wilhauk beef jerky for the first time when I was like 15.
Yeah.
Except the guy who kept bringing it to us like as a gift kept taking the label off, so we had no idea where to go and get this. And then we get a lovely delivery from Trent Wilhauk, and I take a big bite, and I go, "Oh my god, this is the stuff." So a mere 6 years after having it for the first time, I finally know where it is. It was stocking stuffers for the family this year.
Ooh.
We were all in on the Wilhauk beef jerky. It's a Fenwick family favorite, as it were.
It should be a family favorite everywhere. And we've got the old text line humming away here. We've got Matt Leduc saying Declan and Donnie. The show should be called D&D. This is not Declan and Donnie. This is Donovan and Josh Fenwick. I know you and Declan have been often confused, or myself and Declan have been often confused. But yes, this
what by who?
Many of people, mainly low tide. But yes, this is Donovan Paulson and Josh Fenwick with you here. Brian Fan says we look alike. I don't know about that one, but
what about you and me looking alike?
I don't know. I guess he's watching on the YouTube stream and thinks we look alike.
I don't have a beard.
Yeah, I don't know where that. I don't know, Brian. I don't think we personally look anything alike, other than maybe the complexion of our skin tones. That's about it.
Hey, have you gotten some sun this year, Donnie? Because I've definitely gotten some sun this year.
I have gotten a little bit of sun. Yeah. That's the old golf course is very nice in the backyard. The old Lewis Estates, hell of a golf course. Love it. It's been a fun time out there. But yeah, no, it's I've gotten some sun. I've also gotten many mosquito bites, and that is my my least favorite thing. Is I am just an absolute plug bag for those suckers. But
so I had a barbecue this weekend on Saturday, and it was dicey for a second. It started raining. People started showing up at 5, what our start time was, and it was raining at about 5:03. And I would say it stopped raining at 5:45, and then there was not another drop of rain until 6 a.m. or whatever. So it was lovely, except for then about an hour and a half after the rain stopped, those mozzies came out, and all of us were getting eaten alive. We had no bug spray. A guy came. He was like, "Oh, I got bug spray." So we're all passing that around the party. And then we have we had one of those mosquito candles or whatever, where the smell is supposed to make them disappear. It did not work. For those of you that did not see the Yegwave post, the percentage that the mosquitoes have gone up in the last month, it was 10,000 or 10,500%.
Jesus, that's
1 month.
Wow,
that's a big difference.
That is actual insanity. To change the tune here to a little bit more sports centric, and obviously we got our you and Low Tide are going to have your free agency show on the station. 10-1 on July 1st?
10-1 on July 1st. Yeah.
I wanted to kind of take this show into a little bit of a free agency direction, because we know that the guys like Talk Radish, some others have kind of come off the board in recent days. And I'm looking at some of the tickets that a lot of these guys, particularly Jack Drury at 5 years, $4.5 million a year. Some of these guys coming off the board, I don't know about you, Josh, but like their tickets are shocking to me.
Sorry, can you ask me that again? I'm just editing the
You're good.
the Douglas in the morning currently, hour 4.
Some of the tickets on these free agents, they're actually shocking to me. Like Jack Drury at 5 years and 4.5 sheets. Like that's a crazy deal to me. I'm looking and I'm thinking about who do I think he's going to get really, really overpaid. And it might be just kind of everybody based on who's kind of left over. And I'm looking and trying to see, are there any under the radar free agents in terms of guys who you might still be able to get on a bit of a bargain? The guy I'm looking at, a lot of Oilers fans might not love the age of this player, and maybe it's still going to be a high ticket. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if he'd be an Oilers target per se. I don't think he would be. A guy like Matt Zuccarello, he's 38 years old, but man, that guy can still play. The pace of play, the playmaking, really nice complementary winger, still super quick. He's going to be out of Minnesota here. He's probably one of those guys who you might be able to get on a short-term deal and might be able to make a bit of a pretty big impact. He's not going to play a ton based on the injury history, but Matt Zuccarello is a player I'm looking at and saying maybe you can get him in terms of just a guy who wants to win, and maybe you can kind of get him as a bit of a mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of these guys are going to get so overpaid.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
This free agency actually scares me more than I think any other.
Well,
just based on the quality of players, like there's a lot of
amount of money.
There's a lot of depth available, but with the amount of money available to a lot of these teams, some of these depth guys are getting way too much money. I am terrified to see a guy like Ryan Shea, the defenseman out of Pittsburgh, who had a great year, had a breakout season. He's 29 years of age. Like I think he'd be a solid addition for the Oilers if they move on from Darnell Nurse. But like, man, do I want to pay this guy over $5 million, which is kind of what it looks like he might be getting? I don't know. I'm scared.
Are you afraid about a guy like Anthony Mantha?
I'm terrified.
Has a career year.
Absolutely terrified. That is a player I'm not going within a 10-foot pole of.
Interesting.
I like that guy to me screams like $7 million a year, and there is no world where I can justify giving him over 5 based on the career.
I Flames legend, by the way, Anthony Mantha. just so everyone knows. No, I agree with you. So let me take you back 10 years now, Donnie, into a different sport, the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear this will come around full circle on this to echo your point, because about 10 years ago, the NBA signed a new CBA, and that the 2016 free agency saw the cap go way up. And so guys like Chandler Parsons, know who that is? He's an analyst for NBA TV now. Luol Deng, who at the time was a good player for the Bulls, but did not warrant the $35 million a year I think he got. Chandler Parsons got paid $28 million. Oshimon Jang, or Gorgie Deng, he got paid, I think it was like $22 million or something. That is a center that screams $8 million a year, essentially. Marcin Gortat got paid, who again, at the time was good enough, but didn't warrant the big ticket that he got. But because the money was available and the teams had to basically spend it, and the players knew that the money was available and their agents knew the money was available, these guys got way overpaid. And it's sort of correcting now, but it's still just like, it's going to be really tough for you to swallow the fact that guys like, Anthony Mantha, I bet you Arvidsson gets some form of cash this year, 54 points last year in a bounce back after his time with the Oil.
Like John Klingberg's projected for like $5 million.
Klingberg's going to get paid.
Like what?
Vladimir Tarasenko is 34 years old. He's going to make a bag.
He's going to get a bag. Mason Marchment's going to get over $6 million, I bet.
Yeah. Like Claude Giroux's going to sign like a 2-year deal or something. It's going to be like a $4.5 million AAV.
That's a guy who wants to. The guys that, as funny as it is to say, and I know low tide,
he's going to be 39.
I know. As funny as it is to say, this is like the anti-low tide statement. I think the actual guys you're going to get value on are these actually really old veterans who just want to win. Those are the only guys in my mind that you can actually get value on. Like, I look at Drew, he'd be a target for me. As old as he is, like, there's still clearly game left. Do I want to give him anything over a 1-year deal? Max 2? No, I don't. But there's clearly game left. He can still clearly impact the middle six for pretty much any team in the league. I want to target these guys who want to win, because everybody else, to me, like, I'm shocked at some of the tickets and the projections for some of these guys. Like, man, the more I see some of these tickets, I'm looking at Connor Murphy's and Jason Dickinson's deals and going, wow.
Oh, Jason Dickinson's
these are
steal, basically.
Honestly, kind of great deals. Like, I don't love either of them. Like, when they were initially signed, I liked the Murphy deal. I was looking at the Jason Dickinson deal and going, 5 years is a ton for Jason Dickinson, but I don't mind the number, but man, like, this is probably 2 years too many. And now I'm looking at him and going, man, Jason Dickinson, or do I want Jack Drury? I'll take Jason Dickinson. Thanks. Like, guys that scream overpay to me that I'm not touching with a 10-foot pole. Anthony Mantha. You're right on Tarasenko. I think Mason Marchman's going to get a ton.
Victor Olofsson's going to get money. He had a hell of a second half of the season after getting traded to the Flames.
Boone Jenner is now like the only legitimate center available. Like, Boone Jenner's going to get himself probably $5.5 million.
Lovely.
Like, there are Ilya Mikheyev scares me. I know a lot of Oilers fans like that guy in terms of his defensive presence, but like, that one kind of scares me. Michael Bunting scares me. I think you can maybe get a little value off of a guy like Oliver Bjorkstrand. Try and get a bounce back season out of him. I've heard the ask from Jaden Schwartz, and that's terrifying. This, as weird as it is to say, I'm going to say it again. The only guys you might get value out of are these actual, like, near retirement veterans who just want to win.
Radko Gudas, congratulations on your new contract with whoever you sign with next. Can you skate? No, but you'd be willing to not take a lot of money, obviously, because the foot speed isn't there. And the hands, they never were.
Yeah, there's not a lot left there in Radko Gudas, but man, like, there is a lot of depth. Like, if you're looking for guys who are going to be good quality, like, fourth line guys, Kevin Stenlund going to be a great fourth line center for somebody, but I'm terrified for what that contract's going to look like.
Oh, you know what? You know who's going to come in at value?
Who?
And, like, man, Troy Stetcher, because he made 7.87 this year, and, like, he had a good year, but what's the most he's going to get? Like, he might ink maybe a 3 million AAV.
I was going to say he might get $2 million.
Oh, see, there you go. But Troy Stetcher is way better than that.
Yes.
Like, we saw it this year. He was basically the Leafs' #1 D-man for like 2 months.
He was.
And he got waived.
Yeah. The Leafs defense was hilarious to watch this season, but
he was great.
Troy Stetcher was very good for them.
He gave it every shift, essentially.
That's what he's done his entire career, and that's why he's going to continue to hang around the league. Like, the other guy, if I'm the Oilers, I'm doing everything I can to keep Kasperi Kapanen in town. Relative to some of these other names available, he might not be super flashy, but I think in terms of actual production, he's going to do about the same as some of these other names available, and his ask isn't going to be as ridiculous as, say, like, I look at a guy like, Eeli Tolvanen, and I say, like, Eeli Tolvanen's a decent player, but Eeli Tolvanen only had 36 points. He had 12 goals. I know that's a guy who you could see him score 20 goals, but I think you could also see Kasperi Kapanen score 20 goals in the right situation. So
I think he is in the right situation right now.
Yeah,
you see how good he is with Leon Draisaitl. The Podkolzin Draisaitl line is unbelievable. I am impressed every time I watch that. And Kasperi Kapanen is such a big energy guy. Remember how stale and stagnant the Oilers were? And then like Kasperi Kapanen came back and he laid a huge hit in like his first shift.
Yeah.
And then he got a goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously went down with injury again. But you're like, that's the most life we've seen from the Oilers all season. And we're halfway through November right now.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong at all. Some other guys who are getting mentioned here on the text line, Cat Dad wants to know if we'd bring back Corey Perry. For me, Corey Perry just all depends on what the makeup of your fourth line is going to look like. Because to me, you can't have the slowest line in the league and expect that line to be unbelievable. To me, it just depends. Who do you plan on playing him with? Like, I think the Oilers are still a quick team as currently constructed. It just depends. Like, do you feel comfortable if he's going out there with like Trent Frederick? That would be really slow, right? So, I like Perry, I do, but I don't think he would be a great fit based on the Oilers' bottom sixers aren't the fleetest of foot.
No, that's totally fair. I mean, I'm going to sound like low tide here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speak of the devil. It's just walking by. Like his foot speed was down, but he looked better at the end of the year after a longer off season with no ankle injuries to be reported on for the rest of the season. Maybe that foot speed comes back.
Maybe it does. Maybe it does.
Maybe he's a little faster, but that being said, he is also a big body.
Yeah.
They don't move great.
We'll see how she goes, but Corey Perry, I'd be interested, but it depends on the number. But based on what he did last offseason, where he went, give me $4 million. I would expect he's probably asking for a ridiculous amount of money again. So, like, if this is a 1 year and $1.5 million type of situation again, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But I don't think that's going to be the case. We have Anders Lee from Rockford. I'd be all over Anders Lee. Really, he's not a quick player at all again. But Anders Lee, it just depends on the ask for me and how much he truly wants to win. But I would expect him to probably stay back in the States. Really like the player. I really do. But there is a line in the sand in terms of how much I'm willing to give him in terms of term and dollars. I love the player. I think he'd be a great fit. In terms of just a goal scoring punch and his ability to do so many different things. Great leader. But like there's a line in the sand. And Gordoel, Mason Marchment over Corey Perry. I think every single person in existence would say Mason Marchment over Corey Perry at this point in their careers. The problem with Marchment is, do you want to pay him over $6 million? I don't.
No. Do the Oilers even have $6 million to spend?
Not really. I mean, it depends on what you trade Nurse for.
Hasn't gotten traded yet.
Like it depends on what the Nurse trade looks like. And I mean, maybe you'd pay Mason Marchment over $6 million. I guess the cap is going up, so it'd look better and better as it goes on. But like, is Mason Marchment the guy that fixes your top six hole? Excuse me. I'm just not sold. I know he had a good year, but we'll see. Marchment is one of those guys who does kind of scare me. And Montana Rice, Giroux over Perry. Nick, did Perry ask for $4 million or was it offered to him? Well, he was trying to, I guess that was his LA deal, but he wanted to stay with the Oilers, but his ask was
it was more than $1 million a year.
Yeah. And the Oilers only wanted to bring him back if the number started with a 1. And if you're Corey Perry, you're 40 years old. Why are you all of a sudden asking for, $3 million or $2.5
He got paid it though, didn't he?
He got paid it, which he deserved it.
And shout out.
But my man, come on. Like, you're 40 years old. Do you want a Stanley Cup again? Or do you want to just cash in? Like, you've made over $100 million in your career, I think. No, or something.
Nah, bro, cash in.
Like, I just don't get it. I thought that was a particularly greedy play from Corey Perry last offseason. But man, we've blown right past the break. We will take a break now here on Fantasy Frenzy, of course, powered by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, the home of Alberta's best beef jerky, WilhaukBeefJerky.com. Myself, Donovan Paulson, Josh Fenwick will be right back after the break.
It's not what you know, it's where you heard it. Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas, exclusively on Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
He's 7 years old.
Yeah, no, he's pretty good at his job.
He is the definition of a unicorn.
Yeah.
And those players do not get traded unless they either A, ask for a trade, or B, hit free agency at like 37, 38 years of age. So Tom Wilson, I would frankly be beyond stunned if he got traded. Like there's I think what that tells you in terms of Tuck, Kyrou, and Wilson is that tells you one of them is going to probably play the left side, because you keep in mind they also have Ryan Leonard. One of them is going to play the left side, and Alex Ovechkin's probably going to call it a career. That's what I read into the Tuck, Kyrou, and that whole situation in Washington, is that I think Ovi's going to call it a career, and you're going to see one of those guys play on the left side. But hey, maybe Ovi comes back, maybe have a left side and you just have a million right wingers and a couple of them play left wing. But yeah, like we'll see what happens in Washington, but Tom Wilson ain't getting traded. I'm sorry. Jay and Victoria, who do you guys think will start in net for the Oilers next year? I believe Jari is here, but is there a goalie target? I don't know if you saw the report from Elliot Friedman, but the Oilers did do their due diligence on Devin Levi, young goalie, of course, the former Team Canada goalie. I forget if he won a gold medal or not. I don't remember, but I think he did. And he was a breakthrough for Canada World Juniors. He got traded from Florida to Buffalo. He was a big, high-name goalie prospect. It doesn't seem like that's their guy. Everybody thought Kosa was the option.
Where did he get dealt again this weekend?
Utah at the draft. Right. Is there a goalie target? I don't think so. Like, unless Darnell Nurse gets traded and Michael DiPietro comes back from Boston. I know that's a name that's been thrown out a lot. Do I believe in Michael DiPietro? I'll be honest. No. I know a lot of people do. I just, at some point, like, when are you an AHL player? And he's been an AHL player basically his whole career. I think is he 27 years old? I think he is. I might be way off on that, but I believe he's 27 years of age. I don't know. I feel like they're going to run back the exact same goaltending tandem. Yeah, Michael DiPietro, 27 years of age. Like, you're 27, you're still in the AHL. I just think he's an AHLer, if I'm being honest.
It's a tough beat.
Yeah, like, I think they're going to run back the same goaltending tandem as much as people might not like it. But we, of course, got to get to a sports update brought to you by Cattail Crossing. 9 and Dine every Friday after 4 p.m. $130 a pair, 9 holes with a golf cart, and a $40 GC to Out of Bounds restaurant. Book now at cattailcrossing.ca. Josh Fenwick with your Sports 1440 update.
NHL offseason news. Beck Malenstein has re-signed with in Buffalo on a 6-year, $2.9 million AAV ticket. And we have breaking news, breaking trade with the Preds acquiring Nils Hoglander from the Vancouver Canucks for a 3rd-round pick. World Cup action sees Brazil and Japan going at it 1-0 Japan at the half. Germany takes on Paraguay, and Morocco clashes with the Netherlands to see who will clash with Canada in the round of 16. The Jays look to avoid losing 7 in a row as they host the lowly New York Mets. First pitch flies at 5:07 with Yasavage on the bump against Sean Mania. The White Sox are in Baltimore. The Tigers take on the Yankees. The Red Sox welcome the Nats to Fenway, and the Cubbies tussle with the Padres. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is the Lowdown with Low Tide. I'm Josh Fenwick. This has been a Sports 1440 update.
This is Sports 1440, a Stingray radio station broadcasting on Treaty 6 territory.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen to CKJR wherever you go.
Listen up, friends. Operation Pizza is a go at Papa John's. They're introducing new personal pizzas just in time to celebrate the premiere of Toy Story 5. These adventure-sized pies come in new, exciting flavors.